bloody thing keeps turning off. Now you could, these little buttons here, they have like a domed metal thing in there, and when you press it, you can't hear that, but when you press it, it kind of pops in. What happens is there's a bit of crud and stuff gets stuck behind that little popper dish. Now when you take this silver top off, which will come off, let's get you there, that little silver top is clipped on just there and on top. You can get a standy blade and just pick it off, and then the little plastic button will come out, and under that is the little gold, brass gold coloured popper. Take that out, which is not held in, it's just laying there. Take that out, and then you will see a little contact here, a dot in the middle, and a little contact on the other side. Now what happens when you press the button, the metal dish pops in, making contact with the little middle pin. Now it doesn't take much, but there's always you can get a little bit of crap under that disc. Now you could get some switch cleaner and liberally spray everything without taking anything apart, making sure that you get into this button. Or as I would do, I would just unclip the tops of all the buttons. Don't lose anything, otherwise you're knackered. Get a Q-tip with some alcohol on it, or perfume, aftershave, something like that, something that evaporates, and then just put your Q-tip in the hole and give it a good clean. Clean the back of the little pad, the metal pad that falls out, and you should be good to go. Give the back of the top of this a good clean. This is the other part. This is your remote sensor. When you press your remote, as your standby light there is the red bit. That little black bit there is your remote sensor, which picks up your remote control signals. Just give the back of this board a clean. Q-tip, switch cleaner, anything like that, just to make sure there's no contaminant on that. And there's your cable that plugs into your controller board on your telly. That's not the power supply side, it's the other one. And you should be good to go, and it all clips back together quite nicely. You shouldn't have any problems after that. I mean, bearing in mind it could take 1 or 2 years before these buttons start playing up, but the success rate of fixing it is pretty good. Anyway, how to fix your Samsung buttons. If your TV's doing other things like restarting or slow to start, but you know that's going to be capacitors in the power supply. It genuinely, it's always the same problem with most TVs. Capacitors get old, they dry out, they pop, and they look wrong. As soon as you see them, when you compare it to other capacitors, they're always domed on the top, or the wrapping on the casing has shrunk, or they just don't look right. Change them. It will cure 99% of all problems. I know people slag the old Samsung TV off, but to be honest, they do screw up a bit, but they're easy to fix. Little bit of soldering skills, pay attention to what you're doing. It is not difficult. Always unplug the TV when you're working on it, always. Perhaps give it 10 minutes before you start working on it, after you've unplugged it, because you don't want no surprises, and you don't want to hurt yourself, and you don't want to screw up the TV either. So yeah, you know, common sense, that's all it takes. Right, anyway, don't slag off your Samsung, because they are quite nice TVs really, compared to other ones, which can be real big problems. But the Samsungs I think, are quite easy. Another little thing that's come up from time to time, with the smart TVs, the Samsung smart TVs, doesn't matter what size, they all seem to suffer with the same problem. And that is recycling. It starts up, shuts down, starts up, shuts down, just as the box appears in the corner to give you a channel thing, and then the telly just blanks off, and then restarts again. Now that is a software issue. Now on that particular picture there, there is your software storage chip, if you like. I don't quite know what it's called. Anyway, nip down to Wix or anywhere that sell freeze spray, what plumbers use for doing plumbing work, you know. Freeze that chip. You can do this while the TV is on, and the recycling will stop. And you keep it cold, that chip, and then get your software from the Samsung site. Just put in your model of TV and get the right upgrade. If you get that wrong, it won't work. Keep that chip cold. Put the software on a USB stick, and keeping the chip cold will allow you time to upgrade the chip. Once your upgrade is finished and it's completed, you can let the chip thaw out, and that you should be good to go. It is a common problem with the Samsung smart TVs. They won't never fix it, so that is the best option, is to freeze the chip, do an upgrade, a software version upgrade, and you should be okay. Anyway, enough chat. This video is probably far too long already. Have fun. Bye bye.